Hey everybody, what's up? This is Jessica from Millionaire Fx Society. I have the pleasure of interviewing superstar student Khaleed Hodge. If many of you follow me on social media, you've probably seen all of his results that I keep posting. And if you were smart, you followed him too to see some of the free pips he's been giving out to y'all to bless everybody for the holiday, right?
Yeah.
Especially Bitcoin.
I love Bitcoin. That's on the weekends.
Yeah, me too. Bitcoin is awesome. I used to hate it, but now I'm just like, it's been very rewarding. So, thank you again for doing this. I really appreciate it. The reason why I wanted to interview you is because you definitely have been one that has experienced success very quickly, very, very quickly. And you've inspired the team. You have been, I mean, you've helped with webinars, like you helped us with the webinar and it motivated the team. You've opened a lot of people's eyes. You've gotten them motivated. Like you just re-inspired a lot of the students. So I think it's great, number one, that you're willing to do this. Number two, that you're going to share your journey working with Millionaire Fx Society and just how that was for you with your trading journey. And just, just let people understand like they can do this. They can do this. It looks hard, but this is something that you can do if you really apply yourself, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So we're going to start with question one, right? Or actually, no. How about we talk about you before we even get started? So I'm going to mute my mic, and you just let everyone know a little bit about you, because
Okay.
you had some recent successes. Graduated, all of that.
Okay. Well, to begin with, I'm from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Broward County. Represent. But I was introduced to trading back in 2016. I was first introduced to it, but I never took it serious. Like, oh, I dibble dabble. Okay, I'm winning, I'm losing, it's whatever. Then I lost. I'm like, okay, it is what it is. I'm not going to stress about it. I'm not going to think about it. And at the time, I'm also in school. So I'm taking my education very seriously, but it's also like, I want to see what else I could do. I want to test myself and push myself to do better with trading. So I was like, okay. And then I was like trying to do research on it. How can I get better? How can I get better? And then my cousin reached out to me and she told me, hey, you should follow Jess. I'm like, who's Jess? And she was always talking about you like, Jess, follow Jess, go talk to Jess. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shot. And then once I did it and I seen the course, everything was very structured.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, this is structured. I understand this. I get it. And then when I realized I'm able to talk to you and ask you questions, that opened the doors up for a lot more opportunities. So I was like, okay, I could talk to her. I have access to her. Whatever I need help with, I could always reach out to her. And then once you was able to break things down to me, and I kept asking you different questions on the webinar calls, especially, it really like was an eye opener for real, because I feel like I didn't get it. I was doing good. I'm okay. I'm not consistent. I'm winning. I'm losing. Is like I wasn't getting it. And then it got to a point where, okay, this is starting to click. I'm starting to understand this. I'm putting the pieces together now.
And this is something that a lot of traders, especially newbies, they feel it, right? Like you get that high, blue, you're like, yes, I got this. This is it, right? Like, oh, I'm going to make millions. And you start planning your future. Like, I'm going to pay all my mama's bills, right? It's like a common thing. And then all of a sudden we get humbled with like a loss or two or three. And we're like, wait a minute. Hold on. I had this all mapped out. So I'm glad you talked about that. Like, I'm gonna get into it. I don't want to interrupt you too much, but if there's anything that you want to say, go ahead.
Okay. When we did a webinar back then, I was interested in a pair USD but that was like my favorite pair I was trading at the time because it followed DXY very heavily. So okay, I like this. If I could trade DXY, I could trade this. So after I started trading it and having success with it, I was doing real good with it. Like real good. I was real consistent with it. And then when I took those losses, it was bigger losses because that was an exotic pair at the time. Well, it still is. But it was an exotic pair. But the losses, when you take a loss on that type of pair, it has a big impact on you.
Yeah. Because you put me onto that pair. I didn't even know anything about it. Like,
right.
Put me onto it. I remember that. Yeah.
And then after I started trading that pair and okay, I'm getting used to what I'm getting used to, I got frustrated. And then that was when I wanted to give up. I wanted to quit. And I was like, no, I can't do this. And then I got on the webinar with you. I think it was the same day. It was the same day, I believe. And then you got on the webinar. You was like, don't give up. You don't quit. When you lose a game, what do you do? Like, do you just stop playing? Or do you get back in and try your best at it again?
Yeah.
And then it brought out a competitive spirit in me. So I was like, okay, you know what? She right. I wouldn't give up. And
Yeah.
then after I got very competitive with it, I wanted to do more research. I back tested. I took a lot of steps to realize where I went wrong at, basically. And then I just took a break from it. I went on demo for like a good 2 weeks and I just dedicated myself to it.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. When you say dedicate yourself, what do you, just to serve as advice to others, like what did you do? How did you dedicate yourself? I know I'm not going straight with the interview questions, but I think that so many people say that, but they never say how they dedicated themselves. So maybe you can help others so that they can follow your blueprint, like as to what you did.
Right. For me to begin with, the whole process of, I'm in college, the lifestyle, you go out to parties and everything like that. I had to cut that out. I had to discipline myself. It wasn't no turning up. It's not going out with friends no more. I had to just focus on myself. Like, I stopped everything. I lost a lot of friendships, a lot of relationships because of that. Oh yeah, most definitely. Because
Wow.
it's like, why are you doing like everybody's well at Cookman, everybody was more involved in the MLM. So it's like I didn't want to get involved with that. I didn't want to get sucked up into it. So I was like, no, I'm gonna step away and I'm gonna just focus on what Jess has going on. That's it. That's something I'm interested in. Because I was like, if I learn how to do this and if I put the time into it, I know what's possible.
Yeah, for sure. And you definitely proved
So
it.
So I stopped going out, I stopped partying, I stopped social media. I cut it all out.
Wow. Wow. That says a lot. Let me ask you a question. Those people that, and we're not going to we don't want to, get too personal, but the
Right.
people that maybe thought you were crazy or were like, man, what's wrong with you? Do they see where you're at now? And have you inspired them? Have you had someone come up and be like, yo, what is it that you're doing? And, like, how has that been?
It's been pretty tough because, I don't like people to rub me off the wrong way and then come back like everything's all good again.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna still give them the benefit of the doubt or whatever case is. I'm gonna post this on social media and stuff, but I'm not gonna really talk to them about it.
Because that's what you've been doing. If anyone that follows you on social media, and I'm going to put your Instagram, if you don't mind, on the video, but you only have 2 pictures, but your stories, let me tell you guys, his stories have so many nuggets in his stories. And he doesn't give away my material. Like he's not giving away my course material, but what he's doing is, for those of you that are maybe skeptical about trading, or you're part of another company, you're not seeing the results you want, he literally has showed his trades. He shows when he marks them up, right? And then you show after the outcome of it, right? It doesn't matter how much you're leveraging, your lot size for experienced traders, but it's the fact that you're showing, look, I know what I'm doing. I'm confident enough to post this on social media for people to see. And I'm going to be transparent, whether I win or lose, I'm sharing this. And that says so much, because that just goes to show that the information that you've obtained, the way you've applied it, like you feel good about it. And it's only been May 18th.
Yeah.
I know your date. Is when you started. So in 7 months, you have been able to go from, and I remember when you were like, screw this or whatever. I remember when you had that moment, and thankfully you changed your mind. But to just see how you transitioned from kind of being a little impatient,
Yeah, most definitely.
to now where you instructed a class, right? And you're preaching to everybody what? Patience, stick to your trading plan, focus on this, focus on, to where you were able to educate other team members.
Right.
And then, I mean, not to say like this, but we probably have both seen people that are in other companies or networks that aren't able to have those same results. And it does all, it's contingent on how you apply yourself, right? So you dedicated yourself. You sat there and you said, look, I'm not going to hang out. I'm not going to go do this. you know, you were willing to sacrifice, unfortunately, some, you know, relationships, but look at where it got you. Now, 2021, I can only imagine like you're gonna like your Instagram is gonna go from 2 pictures to like all those lifestyle photos. Right?
Oh yeah, most definitely. In due time.
Yeah. So, okay. So that brings us down. Basically, it was about what you were struggling with prior to the program. And you basically kind of answered that, unless you want to add something to it.
I didn't really take trading seriously enough.
Mm,
I didn't understand that. I didn't learn all the necessary material that I needed.
okay.
So I was like, okay, if I don't know breaks and retests, I'm only looking at moving averages. I was only using my phone.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I don't really know nothing about this. And when I started using trading, I was like, okay, this is how she does it. And I'm watching your videos, I'm watching it over and over and over again. And the trick was to ask you as many questions as possible. I'm gonna pick your brains out and I'm gonna ask you, like on every webinar we had, I always asked you at least 3 questions.
Yep. And you know what? What do I always encourage everybody on the webinars?
Ask questions.
Ask questions, right? Because closed mouths don't get fed, number one. Number two, we're both, you know, the teacher and the student, we're both dedicating ourselves to this. So we need to not have any form of fear, right? When we're learning something, we shouldn't be worried about how people are looking at us, how other students are looking. We shouldn't be worried about none of that, because at the end of the day, you're the only person that's going to put food in your mouth and money in your bank account, right? And if I can help you get there, then you need to ask. And that was one thing, you always ask questions. You always ask questions, and you challenged me sometimes as a coach, which was really good and refreshing, because it was like, oh wait, you want me to look at what pair? Okay, I've never seen this pair, and it put me on the spot, but it was refreshing, because when as a teacher, sometimes it just becomes a little like, oh, okay, whatever. And then you get those students that want to ask questions, and it's fun and makes it more interactive. And you could just see how eager you were to get this. And the other students have seen your growth, and they're just like, man, like he's doing that right now. Like this is, whether it's demo or live, you know, like both, because I know you're doing both. Like you show results for both, but it's like your markups play out. You know what I mean? And that's the key to it, because if you can mark up currencies, and we talked about this, you can do stocks next, you know, and you can build a long-term, you know, portfolio, like a wealth portfolio or retirement portfolio for you in the future, while you're doing day trading, you know, so many ways that you can use this knowledge. So anyway, sorry. Next question. What results has this program helped you produce? And it says, be specific, include numbers if possible.
Okay. Starting off with, I'm gonna start from the beginning, because I'm not gonna just jump straight. No. Okay, so starting off with, I was doing the $20 challenge. That's what you first started off with. You was like, oh yeah, we're doing the $20 challenge. Y'all join the challenge. So I'm like, okay, I could do $20. That's fine. Doing 0.01 lot sizes. Then I started getting more aggressive with it as I became more consistent. And I was like, okay. And now I was making $100, $200, $300, until it got to a point where I'm making $1,000 from the $100 account.
Nice.
So I was like, okay, this is it right here. And then from that, what I would do is I'd move the money over, like the profits over, to another account, and I wouldn't touch it. I'm going to keep building and keep building and keep building over time. And by the time you knew it, I was at $3,000.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, from this 3,000, I'm going to go ahead and focus on this account now. And I just kept building and building and building.
That's amazing.
And at the end of the week, what I would do is, okay, instead of me withdrawing money, because I don't want to put money into the bank, like I try to avoid that as much as I can. So I'll put it back into another trading account, and I'm just have it sit there instead of me risking it all over again, because I want to protect the profits that I made. So I'll just move it over to the account from account. That's it.
Wow. That's good. You know what's so crazy? We just talked about this on a webinar. I don't know if you were on it, but one of the other students, she said she did that, and how, and I never thought about doing this, like to move your profits over into your wallet or to another account. Because normally I move my profits. If I see a cryptocurrency doing well or about to spike up, I'll transfer my profits there, then let it grow twice, and then move it back into another trading account, right? But she said she was doing that. And now you're saying that you're doing that. And what she said was she's a very competitive person.
Yeah.
So she would take her wins and then go back and start with like $100 or $300 and then see if she can keep growing it. And she kept doing that. And it's crazy to see because, you're our top performer. So to see that you're doing that as well, I hope this helps people. Like, I really hope that this advice helps people because it's if you don't have that discipline, which most of us don't. Most of us see that we have, a couple thousand and we're going to be like, oh, that's it. I'm using a double standard. We forget about all of our rules and our trading plan and our discipline goes away and we start to leverage. So this kind of helps you build that discipline gradually until you're like, okay, look, I'm comfortable leaving this in here. I'm comfortable compounding or whatever. So that's good. I'm glad you said that. Like, I'm really glad you said that. And then I saw you post the beginning of this month because I'm a fan. 100, what was it? 100 to 1,000, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I'm asking, where did you get that account to? Did you achieve your goal?
So far it's at 700.
Okay.
Because I've been getting distracted with the other account. So it's like, when I had the biggest week, I was like, wow, this is it. And then I kind of got distracted from the challenge. But I'm gonna get back into it though. I still have a couple days left before the first, so I'm good.
It's a holiday coming up. But no, that's good though. $700. So $100 to $700. And you said you weren't gonna like over leverage. You weren't gonna use crazy lot sizes, right? Okay.
It's one lot size at a time.
Okay.
Like, I have a whole trading breakdown of what lot size to use and everything like that.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Okay. So let's see. What would you tell people that are on the fence about purchasing the program with Millionaire Fx Society?
Take a chance. Just give it a chance. You have an opportunity to basically have a mentor that you have access to that's going to help you, that's going to assist you with any questions, any struggles that you do have. She's going to be there for you.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's, I'm glad you said that because a lot of people have been saying that lately. Like, I can talk to you. Wow. And I'm like, yeah, you can talk to me. This is what I do. I teach. That's what I do all day. Right. I'm glad you said that because a lot of people have been saying where they'll purchase a course and they have no access to the mentor, or they only have access, whenever a webinar is in place. Right. And, with us, I remember you messaged me. If you had a question, you messaged me. If you want me to look at a chart, you messaged me. And I think that's important because a lot of us don't have that. So I will do my best, no matter how big we grow, to be able to make myself, accessible to the students because you are a testament to like how that can change somebody's life.
Yeah.
So you took $100 and grew that all the way into $3,000 and another 100 and turned it into $700.
But it all started with the $20 challenge.
The $20. It was $20. Okay, so I didn't say what. This is so the $20 challenge was basically turned 20 into $100, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And quite a few people struggled. They didn't realize
it's difficult.
It's not easy. It's not.
It is. It's very difficult.
Yeah. So the fact that you were able to achieve that says a lot. So I'm really proud of you. Like that's amazing. Let's see. I guess at this point, what would you like to add? Like, what would you like to add?
For anybody out there listening, if you take the course with Jess, I believe that you would benefit greatly from it because not only do you have access to her, but you could also rewind videos. You have like plenty of chances and opportunities. If you don't understand something within the video, you could always go back and ask her.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. And they need to follow you, right? And if anyone's interested, did you get to take the free course or did you go straight into VIP?
Straight into VIP.
Straight into VIP. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you checked out the free course?
Yeah, the free course was good. It was good, but I feel like it was also a lot of information on there that probably it could have held back a little bit. But I mean, free information was better than that.
Let me know. I will hold some information back.
No, it's good. It's good. The free course is perfect for beginners because it's going to give them an opportunity to ask more questions. They're going to be more involved. They want to be more interactive with you. So I think you have great material on there, to be honest.
Okay. I'm just curious because, if you've done both, I want to know, like, what do you think? Do you think everybody should start the free course first and then go to VIP, or just take a leap of faith and go straight to VIP? What are
Straight
you?
to VIP. I would say straight to VIP because you have access to not just support, not just the basics of trading.
Mm-hmm. It's that, I mean,
Like
I teach everything. All my
you have the gems, so it's like get the real thing, like get the real experience.
Okay. All right.
If you're gonna do it, go all out with it.
All right. So, question, because this is going to be on YouTube, right? I'm putting this on YouTube. I am going to post. So, for anyone following you, your Instagram is
Elite 954.
right. And then, is there anything else that you want to share?
For 2021, just keep pushing, keep the positivity, and I hope y'all have a great year.
Yes. And if anyone has any questions, I definitely recommend like talking. I mean, I don't mean to direct everyone to you, but yeah, don't hesitate to reach out to Khaleed or myself. He's definitely an asset to Millionaire Forex Society. I know we just had the conversation where I'm like, he's, the caterpillar that I have to let be a butterfly and go. And it's hard. Every time I have a student with like a ton of success, they go about their life, and I just, but I'm looking forward to what we have in the works and how you're going to change the lives of so many others. So I want to thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate you for doing this. It definitely means a lot.
Thank you, Jess.
Thank you.